Hi, friend. Welcome to today's class. So, today I want to talk to you about the concept of fear of failure. Just get in the line, get in the queue, because you're like one out of 8 billion or 9 billion people that has this fear. This fear is not new. It's not even, it's very basic and very boring. Okay. So, if you are someone who has a fear of failure and you think, oh, that's a big deal, please, not to hurt your ego, but please stop. It's really not a big deal. It's not a new thing, right? Almost everybody has the fear of failure. So wrap it up. Anyway, I want to talk to you about what you should fear more than failure. I just told you that it took me about 8.5 months to write a book that I only sold 4 or 5 copies. And conventionally, you're going to think, oh, that's a huge failure. But to me, I don't consider it a failure because the dream for me is to write a book. Or the dream for me has always been to write a book. The book that I just completed and published in March, I had the idea like 2021 or 2019 or 2020. I can't even remember. That's how far back the idea came to me. And I even started writing, but I just never finished. And I've always carried that burden in my spirit. Like, why do you start and then not finish writing a book? Especially because in this lifetime you want to be published, you want to be an author, right? But to be honest with you, I think one of the reasons why I never completed a book is the fear that nobody is going to read it. And this is not new. This is the same thing for you who wants to start a business and you think, oh, nobody's going to buy from me. Or you who wants to go to school and you're like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to come out first class, or I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get the scholarship. It doesn't really matter. I don't know why that cow just did that. It doesn't. Okay, the cow wants to have a moment. Let's give it a moment. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is the fact that everybody has these fears. We always think, oh, what if people don't accept it? What if I don't become successful at it? But what is worse than the fear of failure? This is what I want you to know: is cowardice. It is better to be a failure than to be a coward, because a failure can say, at least I tried. But a coward, what you gonna say? Three things I want to point out in this video. Number one, do not let the world define your success to you. For me, writing a book and completing that body of work is success. So you define success for yourself. What is success for you? Success for you could be recording just one single video. Success for you could be making a call about how to start a business, or watching a video about how to start a business. Success for you could be even being in business for at least one whole year and not packing up. Success for you could be making videos consistently every day for the next 1 year, even when you don't get 1 million or 1,000 views, because what is most important to you might be to build your on-camera presence. But other people outside are going to try to tell you, oh, they're just getting 12 videos, and that's conventionally failure. But you understand that you're building your confidence so much deeply than they could ever understand. The cow is cowing. The cow is cowing. And I need you to stop doing that. I'm so sorry, guys. Second thing I want you to know is failure is nothing but a proof of effort. Point is, you tried. And I want you to be able to look at yourself and to give yourself kudos for trying. Some of us were raised in environments where we were never praised for our efforts, only for our conventional successes. So your parents don't tell you, oh, you tried for getting sixth position, for example, even though you probably read and worked harder than the person who got first position, because maybe assimilation for you is different. Assimilation for you is harder. But your parents don't see that, and they only hail you for getting, or they only hail you when you get this first position, even though you put like a shit ton of effort into becoming sixth. I want you to not be that kind of parent to yourself. We are all parenting ourselves, believe it or not. As a grown up, you're parenting your inner child. Now, do not be that kind of parent to your inner child. Give yourself kudos for efforts. E for effort. Sorry, A for effort. Give yourself kudos for trying. And if you begin to do that, if you begin to give yourself kudos for trying, you're going to begin to give yourself more permission to keep trying. Finally, failure is nothing but an opportunity to improve your efforts. I can't begin to explain to you how much I learned from writing this book. Like, my book is good, right? But even as a writer and as a reader, I can see the need for so much more improvement. And I'm kind of glad that I wrote this book now that I'm not well known compared to if I become well known. If I become well known, I would expect so much more from myself than what I actually did. The book is amazing. Believe me, a lot of people that have read it, not a lot of people, the few people that have read it have said so. And I that am reading it myself by writing it, I know the book is really good. But I know because I did this one, I know for a fact that it needs, not that it can, but it needs to be so much more better when I eventually decide to write a book that I want to intentionally market to the public. This video is already getting too long. I'm just here to tell you that you should be afraid of being a coward more than you are afraid of failing. And that brings us to the end of today's class. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you in my next video. If you want to book a session with me, click the link in the description box or the pinned comment. And until next time, I'm sending you love, light, and laughter. Peace.